Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica James and I am from the Australian Woogatha Information Services Woogatha Branch Library. The question I will attempt to answer today is, organisation-wide, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using the collaboration tools that were used when creating the movie uploading report? So the tools that were used were Skype, an online video chat, Dropbox, a file sharing system, and Remember the Milk, a scheduling program. What I will do today is show you the advantages and disadvantages that myself and my group found using these three tools, and then show you how I think they can be used within the organisation. So let's look at Skype first. So the advantages of Skype is that it allows for face-to-face interaction. You can communicate with more than one person at a time. It has an extra chat feature. Very easy setup process. All you need is an email address and then you create a username, and it's free. The disadvantages are that sometimes the video and audio quality can be a little bit bad, but that it just depends on who you're talking to, where they are, and how well their internet connection is. So the possibility for organisation-wide with Skype is that it is free, but you can pay for a higher quality if you find that the free version isn't that great and you would like the picture to be a bit sharper or the audio to be a little bit easier, then you can just pay for that. And it allows for communication with other staff members, customers, or other businesses important to the company, including file or link sharing through the use of the chat. So what I mean here is that if all the managers of the branches would like to have a meeting, then they could do this through Skype instead of having to come together and meet. It's very simple and you can communicate with more than one person at a time. And then with the added chat feature, you could send everyone a link to a web page or a YouTube clip or something that you feel is important that you'd like to talk about. Okay, so now Dropbox. So the advantages we found of Dropbox are that we just used the one online Dropbox, so we had one between the four of us. There is the ability to download the Dropbox onto your desktop. You can share files of any type and size, so this could be a PowerPoint document, a Word document, JPEG pictures, anything. And the other great thing about downloading it to your desktop is the ability to have an alert when either a file has been updated or a new file has been created and placed into the Dropbox. The disadvantage we found was that only one member can edit the original at a time. So what this meant was that if the four of us were looking at exactly the same document at a time, then one would be able to edit the original and three would have to create a copy to then be able to edit. So the possibility for organisation-wide. So Dropbox can be used in two different ways. You can have it as individual Dropboxes or one Dropbox for the whole organisation. It is free, but there's only a limited storage, so you would then have to pay for some more storage. So you can share files with contacts. So that would happen if you had individual Dropboxes, and then you can create contacts and share the files with just the people that need it. And also the fact that it can be accessed on iPads or iPhones, so even if you were out of your office or didn't have your computer in front of you and you had an iPad, then you could access it that way. So then we have Remember the Milk. So the advantages are that you do get an email reminder sent to your inbox when you have tasks coming up, and again you can just set tasks. The disadvantages are that we've found it very hard to be able to actually find each other using the search engine on the website. We were trying to use each other's usernames and email addresses, and we just found that emails weren't going through, and we actually couldn't find each other. And it was actually quite hard to navigate through the website itself. You'd put in a task and it would navigate you through to another page that you didn't really want to get to. So the possibility for organisation could be that it could be used for new staff or casuals. So if you have a casual working, and instead of them having to come up to you every time that they've finished a task, they could just easily look on Remember the Milk and find out what they needed to do next. And there is that ability to share the reminders. If you were, say, working in a group, you just need to spend a little bit of time to work out how to do that. So my recommendations are that Skype and Dropbox would definitely be appropriate, and Remember the Milk just doesn't seem very appropriate. So I hope you take my recommendations into consideration, as I believe that they could help to promote communication and collaboration between all employees. Thank you.